Going on, Packers fans? Aaron Nagler here with your Packers Daily Chat, coming to you live on the Cheesehead TV social channels. It is Thursday. We're one step closer to game day. Sunday afternoon, the Packers with their home opener taking on the Saints. Wish I could be there, but I won't be. But I know a lot of you will be, and I am jealous as hell. But more importantly is that the Packers will be taking on the Saints and trying to go to 2-1. Hopefully, possibly with the services of Aaron Jones, who practiced today for the first time since suffering that hamstring injury in Chicago in week 1. Christian Watson did not participate. However, Matt LaFleur informed everybody after practice that he did not suffer a setback after being out at practice on Wednesday. His missing practice today is part of the plan in bringing him back, resting him, see how it responds. Hopefully, he'll be out there tomorrow. And then who knows? Maybe Christian Watson makes his season debut on Sunday against the Saints, which would be dope because that should help against a very tough defense. But, as tough as the Saints are, and they have been tough, they have been stingy as hell. They have not allowed more than 20 points going back 10 games, going back to last year. This is a very, very stingy defense. They have been excellent in the red zone. However, the Green Bay Packers have exhibited some excellence of their own in the red zone this year. 5 of 6 in touchdown efficiency. When they get in the red zone, they get in the end zone. You love to see it. Interestingly enough, they were ranked, 22nd in that category last year? Oh, how the tables turn. The turntables. Exciting stuff. And look, I don't think you guys need me to tell you that it's very clear that Jordan is running the offense and doing it highly efficiently, getting the ball where it needs to go, getting it to the reads that, are sequential in what's given to him, and things happen very, very fast in the red zone. And I think he's done a great job of not second guessing himself. And you have to, of course, give Matt LaFleur credit for a lot of the designs and the things that have enabled guys to be wide open, like Jaden Reed on that second touchdown, let alone the first touchdown on the push pass. But that second one is just a great design. The way he has Toure running to the corner to the deep corner of the end zone, opening up that void underneath, and then having Reed initially set up as though he's blocking and then release out into the flat. I mean, that's a layup. I mean, it's not an easy throw by any means. You got to put it on him, but just great design by Matt. And that's just one of many examples. It's just nice. It's nice to see some efficiency in the red zone return, much like we saw 3 years ago with Matt LaFleur's offense. They're getting in the end zone, and it's going to be a good chess match and a lot of fun, I think, watching them try and crack the nut that is the Saints defense, because they have been excellent, especially in the red zone. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to chatting with you all, you fine folks on the watch party. Look at everyone in here chatting it up already. You absolutely love to see it. Jeezy Baby, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Go Pack Go. I'll be on a Delta plane during the game. Oh, that's the worst. They have live TV on planes? Anyways, Packers by 69. I know JetBlue did back in the day, and I think they still do on occasion. And I think some of the bigger Delta flights have live TV. But I do know, very disappointingly, last time I flew from New York to Milwaukee, got a smaller plane on Delta, and there was not only no live television, there were no screens at all. So, Godspeed, man. I hope so, Jeezy Baby. Hope so for your sake. Oh, dude, being in the air during a Packers game, I don't think I've done that in 20 plus years. It's been a long time, man. I would absolutely lose my mind. Chris, thanks for the super chat, man. Who knew when Matt said it was, quote, a fluid situation, he was just talking about the fluid in Bakhtiari's knee. Hell! Chris is here all week. Tip your waitress. Try the veal. He was telling the truth the whole time. Go Pack Go. Thanks, Chris. Excellent. Excellent work there, buddy. Ken, thanks for the super chat. You might recall I predicted, oh, here we go. Ken with some receipts. Let's go, Ken. You might recall I predicted at happy hour in April that the Packers would have a better red zone with Love than with Rodgers. Just saying. ... All right, Ken. You did, and I remember you saying it. However, my only caveat here, a lot of ball game left. All right, it's a hot start, and they've done a great job, and I am very excited about it, hence why I led with it. But like I said, the Saints defense, fucking legit, man. We'll see. We'll see. Now, they're going to be down to starting safety And I think one of their backers has been limited in practice this week. So who knows what happens with them personnel wise. But man, scheme wise, keeping guys out of the end zone, they've done an excellent job. So it's going to be a test. It's going to be a test. No question about it. Mike Berry. Mike Berry just writes, "Go Pack, go." I like it. Soder, to be honest, that wasn't much of a reach, Ken. Yeah, Ken. I love it. I love it when people get after each other in the comments. That's the best part. Hey, before I go any further, oh, I love this. I love this. I want to take a brief 30-second, actually 40-second pause for our sponsor.
You may not play for your favorite team, but you act like it. Through every snap and every score. Whether you're at work or in the grocery store, you're carrying them with you. No, not with a jersey, but with a mindset, so that you're always ready. Ready so that not just on game day, but on any day, you can crack open that ice-cold beer. A beer made by fans, for fans. Cheesehead TV and Gathering Place Brewing bring you Carrie the G. A delicious and easy drinking cream ale, not just for tailgating, but for everyday life. Now available throughout Wisconsin, so that wherever you go, you can carry the G.
Come on, how dope is that? Tyler absolutely knocked that out of the park. Although I will take credit for the vocal delivery because I did coach him on that. But other than that, Tyler did everything you just heard, which is dope as hell. And that is literally playing on the radio in Wisconsin weekly when I'm on the Carrie the G radio for 97.3 The Game. But also now it will be expanding throughout the entire state. Pretty exciting times over here at Cheesehead TV with the relaunch of Carrie the G, our cream ale, which is indeed going statewide. And to celebrate that fact, we are having a get-together tomorrow night in Brookfield. If you're in the Milwaukee area, head out to the Tap Yard in Brookfield. Here we go. Look at this graphic. Come on now. Friday, that's tomorrow night from 6 to 8. Tyler hates this graphic because I used his LinkedIn picture. I just think it's hilarious. Although I will say, I literally made this yesterday, 10 minutes before we went live on transplants, and I couldn't find, like, I Googled Tyler, and that was the first picture that came up, and everything else was, like, other people named Tyler Herrick that aren't our Tyler Herrick. And so I went on his Twitter feed, and the only thing he had was like him as a baby with the Packers helmet on. So he's all upset I used his LinkedIn picture, but it's like, yo, I could have used the baby picture with the helmet, all right? So at least I represented you in the modern era, all right? So let's just dial it back. But all of that to say, if you're in the Milwaukee area, come celebrate Carrie the G. Corey will be there. Tyler will be there. Carrie the G will be flowing. Hopefully you can get there and get yourself some Carrie the G to take home. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will not be there. I'll be here in New York. But those two gentlemen are going to throw down at the Tap Yard in Brookfield from 6 to 8 on Friday night, tomorrow night. Be there, people. If you're in the area, you better show up. All right, folks. So let me get back to the chat. What's going on? We got Craig throwing it down. What's up, Craig? Partner with Curadia, the national distro. Also, watch the YouTube stream of the radio show. The soundtrack was En Fuego. Great stuff, Nags. Thanks, Craig. National distro will hopefully happen eventually. We're taking it very incrementally here. Last year, it was very much just Green Bay and Milwaukee centric. This year, it's definitely expanding Madison, the rest of the western part of the state, hopefully up into Door County. So, slowly but surely, this will happen. Appreciate the support, though, man. And yeah, the soundtrack on Carrie the G Radio is so, so great. I love it. It's the one time I get to, hang out and listen to tunes because I don't have to worry about copyright stuff. Obviously here on the YouTube channel, we can't monetize the video for Carrie the G Radio, but we can at least keep it up and let people participate and listen in from all over the world. So that's pretty great. What else? Jerry's here. What's up, Jerry? How are you? Longtime Patreon member. So good to see you on daily. How are you, Jerry? I've been so excited for J Love after seeing O'Sullivan at the quarterback school study his play this year. Love from Italy. I hope Italy is treating you well. You certainly looked well on Happy Hour the other night. I hope you get, I'm not sure how long you're in Italy, but I hope you are able to see the game on Sunday if you're still there, and the following Thursday if you're still there. And yes, I'm telling you, man, JT O'Sullivan's whole YouTube channel is amazing. Highly recommended if you have not checked it out. And yes, his breakdowns of Jordan's play have been superb. And I think he does a very good job of not hyping it up for the sake of hype. He points out where the good parts are, and there are lots of good parts with Jordan's play. But he also points out, like, okay, this is where, he probably should have done this, or you're hoping for a better read slash throw here. Like, he doesn't shy away from criticism. But I think Jordan's put a lot of good stuff on tape, and that's reflective in JT's breakdowns, right? Flip it over and you look at his breakdowns of Justin Fields and the Bears offense. Holy cow. That's what you get when you have a dumpster fire on offense. And JT doesn't pull any punches there either. So I agree, Jerry. It's really, really good stuff. Mimsy, what's up? Thanks for the super chat. Is Saints fan girlfriend a special guest for a watch party? We have discussed this. She most definitely does not want to be on camera ever, which I respect. Still trying to get some kind of content out of this weekend. I don't know what. I don't know. She's actually coming here for dinner later this evening, so we will discuss. Negotiations will be had. But yeah, definitely not going to be on watch party. As she said earlier this offseason, like, what's the hook? Watch two people break up live? Yeah, that's not going to happen. Ken, thanks again, buddy. Loving Carrie the G. Go out and buy a case, folks. Thank you, Ken. I know you went out and bought yourself some. Appreciate the support. And yes, everybody, you should definitely follow Ken's advice and buy at least a case. What I do love about this beer being out is so many people go out, and especially at some of the smaller places, like, I don't know, like smaller kind of mom and pop stores, they get like, a handful of the 4-packs, and people just go in and buy them out. Like, we've had the distributor has been like, we've already had people say they're sold out. We're like, we kind of tried to tell you this. This was going to happen. So I think they're starting to catch on. I think Corey talked about this on Transplants last night. They're starting to catch on that, yeah, people are gonna go out and get this beer. Al, thanks for the super chat, man. Nags, psyched for the home opener and Carry the G at 1919. Can I stream Packers radio in the stadium? Go Pack Go. You can. I've seen people do it. I can't reliably tell you how, though. I'm sure somebody in the chat will be able to help you out, and or maybe someplace else on the internet. I've seen plenty of people do it. I'd be lying if I told you like I've done it, because I haven't. Not since like I saw my dad do it in 1979, right? And I'm sure technology's changed a little bit. But as far as Carry the G at 1919, I would love. Now here's my plea. Here's my plea to all of you. There has been some reworkings, I guess, in the hierarchy with the actual establishment of 1919. I don't know the particulars, but what I really need everyone to do is to either go to 1919 or call in to 1919 and ask/tell them that you want Carry the G at 1919. We're close. We're very close. We're working with a distributor to get it in there, but any public sentiment to help push it over the top would be greatly appreciated. I'll leave that there. I would think that JT hates the Vikings just on principle. Well played, Soder. Well played. So New York Cheese said, I hate the Vikings. Yes, exactly. I think SWFL Packers fan club has the right idea here. No fourth quarter meltdown this week. Go Pack Go. I think that's perfect. I do think that should be a rallying cry. In fact, I know I think Spencer is painting the fence this weekend. I think we're going to switch the whole motif to no fourth quarter meltdown this week. That's really good. Jeezy Baby, thanks for the super chat. Once I see some in Eau Claire, I will buy all of it. Love cream ale and want it to try it so bad. It's very soon, buddy. It will be in Eau Claire. I promise you it will be. I know it's not yet, but very, very soon. Michael asks, any word on Jenkins? Only that he has a, it's not a torn, but it is a injury to his MCL. He's out at least a few weeks. And I know that's a rough estimate, which usually ends up being a little bit longer than whatever the player or the coach tells us. So I would guess, and this is just guesswork, that it'll be at least 3 weeks. Because if it was going to be, if they thought it would be more than that, they probably would have put him on IR, which would have shelved him for 4. So I suspect we'll, get through the next 2 games, maybe one more, and then maybe hopefully hopefully start practicing him. But that even then, it's not a guarantee that he'll be back right away. But it's going to be a while. It's going to be a bit. It's going to be 69 degrees on Sunday in Green Bay. Nice. Very nice. Do you think it's go Carrie the G will be as far west as Hudson/River Falls? Dawson, what's so funny? We have had more requests for Hudson than probably any other place in Wisconsin. Yes, it will be out there, uh, and River Falls very very soon. Hopefully next week. That's our dream. We shall see. It's Soder. Ask for Hudson. Drink. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. Like we've got so many requests for this beer in Hudson. It's like I don't know why Hudson, but hey, I love it. I love that Hudson's passionate about their Carry the G. Let's go. Oh, Al. And we were becoming such friends here. I'll take a warm game. Done my snow games. Snow games are the best, man. At least you say, at first I thought you wrote dome my snow games, like put a dome on Lambo, and I was really going to have some words, but that's not what you're saying, so that's good. Ken, again, what's up, man? This week's A.J. Dillon's breakout game for this year. Ken, I'll just take, not bumbling, stumbling, mumbling, fumbling over the 1 yard gain for first down. Let's take it with baby steps here, right? Let's just let AJ get into a rhythm. I agree with Soder. I think he's a volume runner. The more carries he gets, the better. The more into a groove he gets. When you use him intermittently, I think that doesn't do him any. It does him a great disservice. So we'll see. And I know Matt talked about it, on Monday when the the day after the game presser, he talked about needing to look at everything, including how they utilize him schematically. And I think there's something to that. So hopefully, hey man, from your super chat to the football god's ears, we'll see. Jonathan Walters, what's up, man? That is an epic comment. I'm not going to say it, but that is amazing. Thank you. David is correct. We owe the Saints one. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Big time. William says, Zach Tom for left tackle. I suspect they'll leave him at right. He's playing lights out football there. They probably want to kind of limit how many guys have to move. But I'm not completely ruling it out. Said all that, and like if we came out on Sunday and Zach Tom is playing left tackle, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. And then have Yosh at right tackle. It's a distinct possibility. I do think if Zach is out there at left tackle, it probably doesn't bode well for Bakhtiari's return, which sucks. But we'll see. And New York Cheese says, leave Tom where he is. I mean, I get both sides. I really do. Thoughts on whether Jones will play? Riled Mouse, great question. Still a limited participant, so I think tomorrow will be telling. If he can move up to full participant tomorrow, I think there's a very good chance he plays. If he's still limited tomorrow, probably not. But we'll see. I know this is kind of a punt answer, I'm sorry, but tomorrow's practice should tell us a lot. If I had to guess right now, no, they'll hold him out at least until the Lions game, would be my guess, which is obviously 4 days later. But we'll see. They obviously have all the medical info. I'm just guessing, but I suspect they'd err on the side of caution and not play him this Sunday. Nags, is LaFleur turning into an older, grumpy gentleman in pressers right before our eyes? I keep seeing people reference this. I don't get grumpy from LaFleur. I get a little bit more straightforward, a little less BS and or trying to hem and haw or pick his words and be careful about things. I think he's just very direct, but I haven't gotten grumpy. Now, the Bakhtiari stuff, that last one on Monday, that was a bit grumpy. But I understand. I talked about that on transplants. He's been asked the same question 100 times. I get it. Yeah, I'd be grumpy too. But yeah, the rest of it, I don't get grumpy. I don't. And hey, that's just me. I don't know. Maybe your mileage may vary, but yeah, I think he's owned the podium a lot more, which is I like. But yeah, no, I've gotten direct, but not grumpy. Al, he is terse. That's fair. I'll take terse. That I think is a good descriptor. Jonathan, I don't know what you're talking about now, buddy. Is Luke Getzey on the hot seat after Fields' comments? Joseph, I don't know if you saw, but they literally posed for cameras today by hugging on the practice field. This was after Ryan Poles said, nobody's panicking in this building. Man, I don't know. Here's my guess. Here's my guess. Yes, there's zero doubt that Luke Getsy is on the hot seat. I have zero doubt he is limited with what he feels he can call because of the quarterback he's working with. I'll bet Luke Getsy, remember, he was part of the Packers offense that was very, very successful in 2020. It's what helped get him this job. He's probably running all the stuff Aaron likes instead of all the stuff Matt likes. And that's probably why they're having trouble. I'm completely pulling that out of my ass, but I don't care. I'm going with it. Because look how fucking terrible that offense is. Matt LaFleur, 2023. Let's go. Bucky says, we got to win in the trenches. You ain't lying, man. And look, I do think Matt can scheme you up as far as getting the ball out of Jordan's hand, making sure that that pass rush doesn't get going, etc., staying ahead of the sticks, what have you. Where I'm concerned is on the flip. Like, we've seen the Packers can get to the quarterback, but you got to be able to get them into third and long or other obvious passing situations to be able to get to the, pin your ears back, fly off the ball, get to the quarterback. The Packers have shown these first two games they can do that. I'm not worried about that. I am petrified that they're going to play these two down linemen in this soft, cover two shell, and the Saints are going to go, oh, we don't have any running backs, but it's okay. They're only playing two linemen, and they're going to run Taysom Hill up the middle like 100 times. I exaggerate a little bit, but only a little bit, because I've seen Joe Barry coordinate a defense several times. Caleb, thanks for the cheesehead sticker. I appreciate it, buddy. Chris, thanks for the super chat, man. Brewers close it out Saturday. Packers win on Sunday. Good weekend coming. I like where your head's at, buddy. I like where your head's at. I think their magic number's 3 today, right? I know they won today. I don't know if the Cubs were in action or not, but they're so close, man. They're so close to clinching the division. I love it. All right, everybody, I got to get going. I can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Cheesehead TV social channels. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Abdul, getting us one under the wire. Here we go. Hey, Aaron, how significant is Montgomery's role in the run D struggles? He's the one constant all these years. Somewhat, if maybe because of his penchant for wanting to play guys with experience rather than promising youngsters and with upside, specifically last year with Dean Lowry over Devontae Wyatt for so long. But, man, he is kind of beholden to the structure of the defense, and, that's up to Joe Barry. And then Mike Pettin very famously said he didn't care as much about stopping the run as stopping the pass. So, yeah, I mean, you can look at maybe certain situations and or decisions that Montgomery's made and think, okay, maybe he's contributing, but I don't think it's significant. I think it's mostly either A, the players themselves, or B, the coordinator, much more than the defensive line coach. All right, everybody, got to get going. Thank you so much. Hope you all have a great night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Please, please, please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then tell your friends and tell your family, Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great night. Go Pack Go.